Yo,
Hey, welcome to the new meta, episode 172.
172. My God.
It's been a week of launches since last time, hasn't it?
True.
We had a little juice drop this week that I didn't get to experience any of, but you played all of it, right?
Of course. Actual real gamer.
Actual real gamer. 40-year-old bachelor? Wait, what?
Yeah,
True.
true. Is that why I'm a gamer? Is because I'm a bachelor?
No. It's not a well, yeah.
I didn't think
actually,
so.
Could be. It could be, you know?
Could it be?
Maybe. Let's jump into the poll before we start talking about all the things that happened.
Yeah, hang on 2 seconds. I actually forgot
The
to
pod
write
took
up
a
the
long
new
time
one.
to start today because Fluff was breaking OBS prior to the
Okay.
episode for a solid 10 minutes. Good thing I'm here to help him.
Creating poll, 3, 2, 1.
Almost ready.
Yep, almost.
Almost there.
7 days. Bada bing, bada boom. And we're ready. Okay. No, we're not. One more second. I didn't even order these yet. Oh my God, what a mess. What were we talking about that I was like so enchanted about? I don't even know.
We were breaking OBS, remember?
Yeah. Stop moving your camera. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
At the
I'm
end
like,
of the day.
Fluff, make me a little bit, fill my screen a little bit. You got a black border there. He's like, okay, blip, gone.
All right, here we go. New meta podcast question of last week. What will you be playing this week? Right. So if you guys have been living under a rock, Ark launches tomorrow, which we're going to talk about again today. And last Friday, Path of Exile Siege of the Atlas launched, which is a really big update to the game. And so you guys came in and said, basically Lost Ark NA won at 37.6% of the votes. Path of Exile coming in second at 33.9% of the vote. Neither at 20% of the vote. And 7.9% it says they're going to try both. My people.
You didn't put Diablo 3 on there?
Well, I mean, nothing's happening in Diablo 3 next week. So.
Not just, I'm still playing Diablo 3, you know? Then we know that you're on an old potato computer or a Switch. So, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at the results, to be honest with you. I might have even skewed it a little bit towards Lost Ark if, I were to pick, because most people probably haven't experienced it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I think that's the one thing I'm like really hyped for is for all these people, which, it's popping off right now. Look, what are we at right now on Twitch with the Lost Ark?
It's been banging since it dropped, man.
350K. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not even on, so that's like
it's been crazy. I got a little bit of extra numbers to share on that when we get into the launch.
Okay.
But it's been good for them, man. It's been really good for them. So.
And then go ahead.
I was just saying that's exciting. That's good news to hear that it's doing well. But we'll talk about it.
Sure.
So.
And then new meta podcast question for this week. What are your thoughts thus far on the PoE League? Oh my God, Poggers. After 2, meh. After 3, needs work. After 4, trash. Hashtag Pat.
I'm gonna vote. Make sure you vote on that.
You can't vote. You haven't even played it.
I'm gonna vote. There's an option on there that I like a lot. It makes me giggle.
Okay, you better not vote trash. If I see trash, go up by 1 vote. You're trash. You're trash, kid.
I didn't even say I was gonna pick trash, man. Oh my God, Poggers could have been it too.
That makes you laugh?
Maybe. You think trash makes me laugh?
Yeah, I do.
It does, actually. All right.
Yeah. You want to dive in to?
Let's get it. So let's start with PoE, and then we'll jump into LA. But well, tell me about it. So I watched I watched you actually play some PoE. Tell me
Wow.
about your thoughts.
Proud of you.
Tell me about your stuff. Like, what did you think?
Fantastical so far. Like I've got talking points on each thing. If you want to deep dive real quick. But before we I wanted to talk about number one was Path of Exile, what they said. So they hit a new peak concurrent players at 270,260. And let me tell you, P.
It's a lot of people, man.
Let me tell you something. This was the smoothest launch of all time.
They nailed it.
Zero lag. No one's getting kicked out. Queues were manageable and going down pretty quick. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I didn't crash once.
Not one time?
Not one time.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a well-oiled machine over there now.
Yeah, they're figuring it out. I think, was it 2 leagues ago when they redid a whole bunch of engine and code and stuff? And I think we're seeing the fruits of that labor start to pay off, it looks like now. You know? So I'm happy for them. But nothing's worse than when you have a bad launch. And that was something else that, I was really curious about Lost Ark. I'm like, is this going to be a dumpster or is it going to go smooth? So we'll get into that too. But
sure.
But no, that's awesome, man. 270K people concurrent. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. That means I would easily say 1 million have been playing it then.
Sure.
You're not going to have a quarter of your population on at the same time. So, that's awesome numbers for GGG.
Totally.
Happy for him.
Too. And then some things kind of like slipped under my radar. For one, so now you can have Lily come to your hideout, which is really nice. So like the first time you play through the campaign, it's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to get to the library, and then with the library you can buy some of the gems you don't normally have access to, and like every gem is class locked, and it's kind of stupid. I think it's kind of dated if you ask me. But now Lily goes to the hideout, so
does she have all the gems? Because I definitely remember looking up gems in the wiki to be like, where can I get this gem at? Who sells it to me?
She has all of them, and she's now in the hideout, and so like if you want to like
right on the back,
you don't have to like go to the town and like find the right gems. It's just like all right there.
Do you have to hit endgame to get her to go to your hideout, or can you do it mid? Okay.
Yeah. But it's crazy so cool. Convenient. Yeah. And she also does the trade cards because Navali's gone, the prophecy lady, which thank God for that. That's like one of the best quality of life improvements they've added is getting rid of her. So you don't have to like find prophesized uniques anymore. They just drop as their upgraded version, which is absolutely fantastic. Let me pull it up. The Atlas progression, man, let me tell you. Woo! Addictive.
You like it? I've heard so many good things about it.
I think honestly. I played 18 hours straight launch night. And the next day I got on and played like 16. And then the next day I got on and played like another 16, 17. So I slept like
crazy
0 hours all weekend. Filled out this thing. It is so much better. Like it makes sense. Like it's easy to follow along. You're back to selling the 3 to get the 1 tier above. You spec out the Atlas skill tree, and like you clearly kind of know what you're going at. Even if you didn't know anything about it, you know where you're like, I like, Alva, so I'm gonna spec out some Alva. So I think it's just a win on every front. It's obviously you can min max the crap out of it and like get crazy stuff. And some of the stuff that I picked early on, like the strong boxes going into the corrupted strong box, I got a 6 link at level, I don't know, I think it was like level 65 or something like that. It's the fastest I've ever gotten a 6 link to Path of Exile because like how strong that combo is. So I was ramping day one really hard and having the time of life. But now that I've spec'd out the tree a bit more, like, whoo, is it juicy. Like a map is, goddamn, it is full of harbingers. It's full of essences. You've got like so many mats to work with this league. Like my essence tab is just like out of control. I've got like 25. It's the first week, of 25 physical essences. It's just like insane. The arch nemesis thing is so cool.
Okay.
It could use some like UI. So basically, these drop as like green drops, and they're like little emblems, and then you combine them to make new recipes for like things that do different things. And so there's like huge tiers of what you can make with these, and you can really combo them to get in. Like the one of the things I've been using a lot is I use like Shikiri that goes into tree ant. So like Shikiri will make like the guy that you create drop uniques, and then the tree ant will make him have minions, and all the minions like basically duplicate his drops. So like all of his minions drop uniques, and then you do like a Brine King. I don't even know if I have one right now. Now Brine King will basically look at the loot that's about to drop and like upgrade its tier or give you a better chance of getting a higher tier, and then you like put an evocation aside in the end, and like it like basically juices up even more. So like the amount of times it rolls on how it could be like high tier uniques is like really, really good.
Really favorable. I've seen and there's recipes people can do to get currency drops too, right?
Tons of currency. Yeah.
I've seen, you go to Reddit and of course everybody posts like, check this out, look at me, and there's guys with just exiled slaying all over the ground from running this stuff. And it's like, ooh, juice. It's
so nice. And like I'm gonna be able to in SSF. It's especially in SSF, it's really hard to get like kind of rare uniques, and I already have probably more uniques than I've ever had in Path of Exile in 1 week, especially into the league. And
is it too much though? Is it too much juice?
I mean, maybe for trade league, I don't really. I mean, but more juice for trade league just means like more inflation. So like, what's the harm? I guess.
Yeah.
For SSF, it feels great because it's just that higher probability of possibly getting some rare unique that you really need for your build that you would never be able to do. So I'm loving that. And then I'll be able to farm some of these splinters for like Legion. I'll be able to get, like more simulacrum splinters through that as well, because that takes a long time to build up. And I like that you're going to be able to basically focus craft a boss that's gonna give you stuff that you want, basically, at the end of the day, which is, I think, really cool. So I'm loving the Arch Nemesis mechanic. I think it's really good. I don't think that there's anything that's like crazy too OP. Like Metamorph, where it just had all these one-shot mechanics. I don't really feel like these guys are that insane. Like some of them can hit you pretty hard, but like not usually that bad. And like if you're creating it, like based on the mob type that you pick plus the mods you put on it, like, okay, that's gonna be pretty deadly. So
he's gonna kick my ass,
right?
Yeah, right.
So I think it's pretty smart. I think that they could clean it up. Like it'll tell you, like, so say I put Vampiric in first, and then it'll highlight the borders of like other emblems basically that you would use to create like a recipe for like a higher tier emblem. I think that's pretty cool. But knowing exactly what you need to make what you want and having that be accessible, and plus this inventory is not very big, like all that could use improvement, and like everyone's saying that in the community, so it's not just like me. But I think that's pretty cool. I've also killed all the new bosses already.
Okay. Already
they were pretty freaking cool. So I forget this lady's name. So first up we have like a pretty, so like the ground rotates, right? So there's cold and fire ground, and so she does these like two big abilities. Like she does this like big ice meteor from the sky, and she's doing that. You got to make sure that you're in like the fire ground. Right now she's doing the fire rays, and he's not in the cold ground. So like but this is probably
like pillaring that, and it destroyed the pillar too, though.
Yeah, so you can hide behind the pillars, but the pillars can only take so much damage before they disappear.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. So it's kind of a big brain fight. I like it. It's a lot of fun. The next one was this guy. I think it's the Black Star. I did not like this one. So basically, during the fight, he sucks you down into
like a tiny
this
little island you're on.
Yeah, into this other zone, and your whole goal here is to like, obviously, one, not get touched by any mobs, but you're supposed to like keep moving and figure out where you're supposed to go. But if anything touches you, you get this like stacking debuff. And so like if you get like 50 stacks, you're just gonna like get instantly one shot by the boss. And you're just looking for this portal to go back up top, which is nuts.
Okay.
So I didn't like this one that much. I thought his moves were like really predictable. I didn't think he was that exciting.
Those earthquakes, the bosses, or the
that's the guys. He's a seismic trapper.
Yeah, there's so much eye candy on the screen right now. It's hard to even see what's going on, to be honest.
So he's got that guy I didn't like. Then the Eater of Worlds, fantastic fight, absolutely fantastic fight. He does like these giant tentacles that come up, and like the way they come up and animate is they're telegraph. You don't get like red things on the ground, but like you know they're gonna come up and slap, and that's
really the way cool. I like it.
Yeah. He summons these balls, and if the balls like touch you, they'll snare you and like make your screen black, so like you'll get hit by something.
Don't touch the balls, dude.
Don't touch the balls. See, you touch the ball.
Everybody knows. Don't touch the balls.
Never touch the balls. And then he's got a phase. Oh yeah, there's like an AOE thing, but he's got a phase where he like summons a giant laser. If he gets to it here. Yeah, and so the laser chases you around. You're supposed to like stand in these purple things. Did a bad job of
running away from that.
Well, you're supposed to stand in these like little purple circles and like deactivate them. So you have to like stand in them for a second. So like that thing.
And then he shoots them and kills them, or no? Are they popping when he touches them?
They're popping when he like stands with them for like 2 seconds. So like you want to try to avoid the beam and try to stand in those
and touch the balls.
Yeah, and that can really ramp as far as damage is concerned. But that's a fantastic fight. And the last one, the Syrian Exarch, also kind of a cool fight. A lot of fire damage, so like Ignites can be pretty scary. But he does some big channeling moves. There's a lot of stuff on the ground. He like throws down mines. So you have to like. This isn't doing a very good job because he's a seismic trapper, but big AoEs you have to avoid. Then there's a phase. Yes, there's a phase where like fire balls come and they like break apart because like Maven's helping you, so she like creates gaps for you to like try to get through. Really cool. Good fight.
that does look cool. That looks like, I've seen mechanics like that in other games, but that's cool to see PoE throw it in.
So all in all, new bosses are pretty cool. I like them. The new league, honestly, in my opinion, this new league so far is the second best ever.
Second best ever. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Number one for me would still be Ritual, not because of Ritual itself, but because of the Maven plus the Harvest plus everything. It was insane.
So is this new league mechanic where you can kind of manipulate your drops and things? Is it Harvest, original OG Harvest level good for you?
No, I mean nothing.
I know you can't craft it, but you can still manipulate what you're gonna get, right? So is it still?
Yeah, but you're not like manipulating like the Nemesis. You're not really manipulating like what rares you're gonna get, just like what kind of drops will drop.
Yeah. So it's not as controllable.
Right. So like, to me, the ultimate end game with Harvest was it gave you that ability to have something to chase. And there's chase items in Path of Exile, but the way Path of Exile think of chase items is like Headhunter, right? Where it's like you keep playing, and eventually you might get like this random drop, or like a Mage Blood. You might just get this like random drop. If you keep playing, maybe you'll get this thing. And I don't think that that's very exciting. To me, it was with Harvest, it was like there's a really rare crafting recipe. You keep playing, you're gonna get it. Like you're gonna get it eventually. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So like it would give you like this reason to keep grinding because you have this like item, and it's just like, I just need to hit like a augment crit mod, and it'll just be like this crazy GGG thing. And I think that the game kind of lacks that right now. It doesn't really have like that. Once you've geared up enough, I don't feel like there's a ton of incentive to keep going, but love it.
Right. Cool.
But yeah, so far so good. I'm loving the league. And we'll talk about this a bit later because Lost Ark came out the same. Is coming out this week, and
so let's talk about let's switch gears then, and let's jump into Lost Ark. I would say that the feedback that I've seen seems mostly positive on Path of Exile as well. So I went through and trolled Reddit, and Reddit's a bad source, I think, for info. But I've been browsing Reddit just to kind of see how it went, and it's really cool. I didn't even think about how crappy their last couple launches have been. So it's interesting when your first comment was, "Oh, this one was smooth." I was like, "Oh yeah, forget that they've had some pretty bad ones lately." So that's awesome as well.
Yeah.
But I did think about Lost Ark that way. So if you paid for a founders pack,
Yeah.
you already had access to Lost Ark.
Correct.
I personally didn't buy one, and a lot of people think I'm crazy for not doing it, but it's like, do I want to spend $15 to play for 3 days early in 2 weeks? Will I still care? The reason I don't think it's as big a deal is because Lost Ark time gates you anyways. So eventually, I think I'll catch up because you guys are going to hit time gates. But we'll see. We'll see if my thought process is true on that. You got the big boy pack.
I did.
So
Platinum. Bling bling.
So tell me about the launch. Was the launch smooth? From all reports I've had, it was pretty phenomenal. Servers were stable. The game was stable. Everything worked good.
So at first, the first 2 hours were not. So Steam was actually having issues. People couldn't get the game downloaded, like the final patch. So everyone was kind of sitting there looking at Steam for like 2 hours for the first 2 hours of launch.
GG Steam.
Yeah, and you know that kind of sucks. If I'm Smilegate, I'm like, fuck you.
What the fuck?
Right? Because it's
right. Yeah.
It's not. Then they could control. But as soon as those came online, everyone got in. It seemed like everyone's performing fine. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. There are, mega queues because the game's popping off. And you got, big streamers coming in, Soda Poppin', Asman, and
Asman had almost 200K people when I checked. It was nutty.
Yeah, so it's like the basic stuff you'd come to expect, from like a World of Warcraft launch. Like when classic, people are waiting in queue for hours. It's kind of the same situation here.
Yeah.
So I've been just like keeping my dude in the world and moving around. I think it's like a 20-minute timeout before they kick you out. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that in Classic. So
I can't imagine. So it's been like 3K to 5K queues so far, and that's like a 2-hour waiting period already. And so tomorrow
Friday's gonna be nuts.
When the game actually launches and it's free for everyone. Yeah, I'm really curious to see is it even be playable. Yeah.
They have, and this is a huge negative to this destroyed. I think personally destroyed my Classic experience. They fixed it for BFA, but for Classic, the servers were so populated and the queues were so big, and they didn't have a plan in place for that it shattered communities. And this is already becoming a thing for Lost Ark for me personally, because I had a group of people that were all going to play on a specific server, and then when they couldn't get in day one, when there was a queue and they wanted to play, they're not going to sit in queue for 6 hours to play on launch day. They paid $15 or $30 or $100 or whatever for early access. They just abandoned and went to a different server. So now I have people on at least 4 different servers that I want to play with. And we were all originally going to go to the same one. And it's super, super disappointing. Now you were telling me something, and I don't know the details because I haven't played yet. But if they're like East Coast, or you can still jump in even if they're on a different server, or maybe there's some kind of cross-realm grouping or something you can do. I don't know.
But as far as I know, if we're both in Eastern, like, or if you're in the same region, you can still like group or like do Guardian raids or Chaos Dungeons, stuff like that. But like
PvP as well.
I think so on PvP, but I think to do like I made the new meta guild. Like you couldn't join that if you're not on my server.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing because now I have at least 2 major groups of people that I want to play with. It's you and the new meta community that follows us over on Una, and then I have another group of community members and friends, IRL friends that are playing on a different server. That originally were going to go Una, but they're like, I'm not waiting 6 hours to log in, dude. I'm going to roll on XYZ server. It starts with the V. I don't know the name of the servers. Sure. And I'm just like, okay. So now it's like, man, damn, which one do I pick? So
I mean, it does suck right now. I don't know. I did pick Una. If you guys are like, oh, I want to play now. I mean, I don't like it. I feel like it's gonna drop off after probably a week.
Yeah, and later on, you want to. I'm telling you, I promise you, and from my MMO experience, I'm telling you, you want to play on the highest pop server you can, because when the population dies, your server will still be thriving, and you'll still have people to play with. You go to a low pop server, and that server dies, you're playing by yourself.
Yeah,
and it sucks, and then you'll end up ultimately transferring characters or re-rolling or something. So the queue times suck, and it's just unfortunate that so World of Warcraft combated that with TBC launch by layering the realms. They had some kind of layering technology they brought in where and they actually got it from retail, where they just spin up multiple instances of the same server, and each one can hold, like, let's say 25,000 people. So when they reach that cap, then it's just like you're on layer 2, and it's treated like a different server, but everything's still connected. So if you're on and I'm on, we're on different layers. You invite me to a party, it transports me to your layer, and then we're together again, just like we're on the same server. And then eventually, as the people die out, they don't need as many layers, and it goes to a single layer. That's what they did for TBC launch. It was phenomenal. It was flawless. The launch was amazing. Like, they nailed it. And it was night and day compared to Classic. So people that wanted to roll in the same server could do that. They could group up, and they didn't feel like they were stuck in queue. So obviously, this is completely different technology, different game, but it would have been cool to see them have some kind of way to do that, or not even have servers in general. Like I would like a serverless kind of thing where they just log in and play, and then you can invite me, and we're in the same realm or same instance. But is what it is.
Yeah.
But so tell me about it. So tell me about it. Like, compare it. So for me, I played the Russian version. Tell me about your launch, and then I want to hear comparisons to that experience we had.
I mean, exact same experience.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
You can understand the story now. Obviously, there's English voiceovers, right?
Yeah, if you give a shit about that, it's
yeah.
there now.
I probably won't, but
I absolutely don't. It's exact same campaign, and that's the thing that's really hard for me right now is like, I get reminded of, wow, like, goddamn, like the combat is so good. I love casting these abilities, and like that's so fun, and the dungeons are cool, and like I do thoroughly enjoy the demonic character. But man, I have to get through this campaign, and the campaign I've played now. This would be my like 7th run to like a max level character. I
feel like that with
a
PoE.
misplay on my part.
And like, I don't even play PoE much, but I really feel like that with PoE. Every league, I'm like, man, I gotta play that campaign again. It sucks.
That's so weird because I feel like I don't get that burnout on PoE because it's like you're starting a new character, and like that campaign is you learning like that new skill or learning how to path your skill tree. Whereas like, I'm picking a demonic again. I'm like, well, I get
you're playing the same
ability
thing. Yeah.
36. I'm not really like customizing anything or making a unique build while I level or anything like that. So I think that's less exciting for sure. Yeah, I mean, as far as the campaign goes, it's been exactly like tick for tack, exactly same. The only thing that was different was there's now the garrisons, basically, like World of Warcraft. There's like a garrison in the game. And I don't know anything about this system, but it's like your hideout.
Garrisons in WoW are like your own hideout, and you customize it and stuff.
And you can send like soldiers to like go get
stuff for you.
Yeah. And so like that's all in the game.
They still have from WoW.
Yeah.
Cool. It's okay. It's an okay thing. It's not great. It's not bad. So
yeah, that's
just the
way it seems in this game as well.
Yeah.
But I really don't remember. Like, I'm finding that not much is the same as far as like gearing and what you're supposed to be doing. Even like how Chaos Dungeons worked when I played, like that was kind of like how you geared, and same with Guardian Raids. You like kind of use those in combination with each other. And now like Guardian Raids, I think it's like just jewelry, and the Chaos Dungeons are like gear, and then like the way you level gear is totally different.
Really? So they changed looting or gearing. That's interesting because it's interesting. So I didn't dislike the way it was before though. So I wonder if the new system's better. So
and they did.
How about? Can you speak on the pay to win aspect of it? Like, so have you looked at the item shop and talked? And it was pay to progress before.
Yeah.
Is that still kind of the same?
Still the same. It's if you want to progress faster, you can definitely do that through the store. But like I say, it's like you're just paying to get bored faster. So I don't really understand the point.
That which is fine. That like I think that pay system, although I don't like any pay system like that, but it's like you said, you're just paying to be done with the character quicker, and then you're gonna be like, I got nothing else to do.
Right.
So maybe if you're making an alt and your alt's super late in the season or league or whatever they break it down in, then you could catch your item level up quicker to be relevant if you want to spend money. But I don't see a lot of reason or necessity to spend, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
agreed. So
that's cool. I guess that's cool. It didn't change. So
from what I've seen on Twitch, like the rare times I've been able to pop in people's streams, it does seem like that GR thing is in the game in its current form. I didn't know if we were going to get that at launch. So at least there's that. We know the cube, the tower, the greater rift thing, the guardian raids, the chaos dungeons, and I don't know what else.
Yeah, the tower was fun for me. I had a good time doing the tower. So that's kind of a cool thing. I know all their little mini systems. It seemed like a lot of those are still in place too, like the cards and
cards are totally different.
The cards is like a whole thing. I didn't even try to learn it in the Russian client because translations weren't good enough for me to really understand it, and B, it was a whole thing that I was like, okay, this is a lot of investment to get. So if they've changed that system, that'll be interesting.
I did like the idea of like the card game within the game. Like I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't like how it wasn't like very complicated. But now they're literally just like cards that you like obtain and that like you equip them. So like there's no card game anymore.
Oh, they took it out?
Yeah.
Weird.
So like you have the cards and they give you stuff, but like you're not actually playing a card game against anyone anymore, which is interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting. They have the reputation system too, I'm assuming. Like
that's all in.
Yeah, that's good. That'll be a thing.
They have these engravings for like armor and weapons. They have what else?
There'll definitely be some min-maxing with that, like who you should go raise reputation with first to get what rewards, and
they have Paragon. It's called roster basically, so you get like +5 points for just.
They had something like that before, I think.
Yeah, I'm just explaining in English.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, that is cool. It's nice to see the real translations on all these systems, because there were so many that were messed up before. You're like, wait, what does this mean? And I'd like hold my cell phone up over the screen with Google Translate and like, what is this trying to tell me? I don't understand what it's saying. So that's really cool. I
don't think you can progress through the trade skills like you could before, which is a good thing, I think. So now like foraging will like help you craft potions, and that's what it's good for. You're not like actually being like a forager and gearing that way like you were in the past, like on the Korea version.
Yeah.
And the other stuff like kind of helps you build up your fortress faster and like get more stuff for your fortress. So
they still do the flower system on deaths and things, or feathers or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Not, it's feathers, not flowers.
I have 173. I have yet to die.
Nice. Well, did you get a bunch from your founders pack?
I got 100 from the founders pack.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. The mount that came with the founders pack was pretty nice. It lets you like double jump. I'm actually in the stupid like shrink you zone. So all I can wear is the ladybug right now. So
yeah, no, it's
the only one you can. Yeah.
Does it auto switch your mount for you now, or do you have to like that? That is the worst part of the game, in my opinion. But did they switch your mount for you automatically, or did you have to drop it? I remember
go into my.
Yeah, you have to like drag it and move it, and it was really weird.
Pets, the mounts. Yeah, and you like drag it down to your bar.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
Yeah. So I should just know like, oh, you're in ladybug zone.
Yeah, like just run ladybug mount. Right. Yeah.
I also have a pet Herbert. It came with the premium. It gives me plus 5% HP and 10% crit.
Oh, pay to win.
It picks my stuff up for me.
Definitely pay to win. Okay.
No, but you get one. So here's one right next to it, right? So I got this one while leveling. It's exactly the same.
Okay, good.
So literally just exactly the same. Okay. Yeah. Just a bunny instead of a cat.
Cool. That's good.
So, I mean, and the mount,
I don't remember
double
pets.
jump. So, like, if I was racing against someone that just had the horse, right, I would get there like a millisecond faster than they would. It's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Do you? I don't remember pets in the Russian version.
No,
Were they there?
I think they were late in the Russian version. I don't know for
Yeah.
sure.
I definitely don't remember them or remember anything that picks stuff up for me. So I don't think it was a thing when I played.
Just have daily login rewards.
That's definitely a Eastern influence thing
For
there.
sure.
Yeah.
The world
I
map.
don't mind that though.
I assume it's gonna be like we can't get over here. I think we're locked at 55, so I'm pretty sure this is like the 55 zone. So I don't think we'll be able to go over here yet.
Was
We'll
55 max before too? I don't remember.
I don't know. I
I can't
honestly don't
remember.
know.
Yeah.
I think it's
Interesting.
crazy how much is like it's the same game, but like how ignorant I kind of feel.
They have
We'll get through
Pally.
it.
They have
They
Pally
do.
now.
And that's
So
people are saying
have
it's
you
really
seen
fun.
it? Did
I
you
have.
play with it?
I have not played with
Okay.
it. But people are saying it's like a really fun class. So
Yeah. I'm torn on what to roll. Like I wanted to go. I like the I want to call it a demon hunter, the assassin shadow. Was it shadow something? What's it called?
my class, Shadow Hunter.
Shadow hunter. I want to go shadow hunter, but you're playing it, so
Yeah,
it's kind of
thank
lame.
you.
It's kind of lame you stole it. So
I'm pretty sure I played it first.
maybe probably.
Yes, definitely.
So I don't know, man. I liked Berserker a lot. I had a lot of fun on Berserker. I kind of want to try something new, but I'm afraid I try something new and then be like, damn, I should have done Berserker. You know?
Well, here's the thing with that. Okay, so I don't know, like if it's a founders pack unique. It must be. So if like you have a founders pack and you like level your dude, like I'm leveling my dude, and I'm
You
doing
can
all the
boost it.
quests this time around, then I can pick another dude once I'm max level and be like boost.
Yeah, that sounds like a pay to win boosty founders thing.
So like the worst case scenario, you level the paladin, you're like, I'm not really crazy with paladin. You could be like boost.
Boosty.
Else. Yeah.
Yeah, pay to boosty. Got
Which
it.
I would fucking do that because the campaign in this game is just like I should play through it once and like there's so many cool dungeons in it and like that's really fun. But for me, like right now, I'm just like fuck. Like this is the worst.
Yeah, it totally depends on what you like, you know. And I again, this game is very relatable to WoW in that MMO feel. It's ARPG, but it's definitely got those MMO vibes. And so like leveling in classic is super tedious and some people love to do it and some people are like, I'm just going to pay to boost, you know?
Yep.
So so pick your poison, but I think I'm more of the boosty style. Go through the campaign once and then I just want in game on my new guy. So let's do it. So
Yep. But yeah,
cool.
again,
It's free. It's the free to play is so
tomorrow.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
this game is so good. This game is so freaking good, and it's free, and there's no reason not to try it. Like unless your PC won't handle it, there's literally no reason not to boot this guy up and give it a go. Check it out.
Agreed.
So
And so I'm on Una. If you guys want to queue it up, and there's a new meta guild, feel free to request an invite. I can get you in. A couple people in so far, so
yeah, we'll do it up. I might just have to make two characters, one on Una and one on the other one with my buds. Unless I can group up with them, then it won't matter. So
yeah, you can group up with them.
yeah, that'd be the play. So I wonder if it's region. Like I wonder how the regions can. Oh, you can't log out and see because they have it east and west, and it's like a lot of them are West Coast guys, so they might get defaulted to a West Coast region.
Sure.
So that would suck. So.
I don't think you get picked even if you are closer to one or the other.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it would still be a divide for me.
Right.
So I hope that's not the case. Come on, Amazon games. But no, man, I'm excited. I think it's cool. I'm glad it finally hit, man. I think this is such a cool combat experience that this should change the way future ARPGs work. Like if new ARPGs come out and they play like Diablo or PoE and they don't incorporate some of this cool abilities and combat systems, I'm like, man, you guys are missing out. What are you doing?
Yeah. So, and while we're on the subject of Lost Ark, I wanted to touch on some stuff that I found on the World Wide Web. It's coming to Lost Ark. So you see, these are Lost Ark characters. They're flying in on little drones. Okay. And they're about to get dropped into a world
with dinos. Nice.
There's like some PvE element to it as well, but yeah, it is a battle royale, baby.
It looks mobile, dude.
What?
They better up their trailer game. Interesting, man. Like I'm down. Like I think BRs are a blast.
Yeah.
And
PvP in this game is phenomenal. So I think it will play.
Have you done any? Have you been playing?
Better. I played it one round, yeah, and I like my abilities went off and they actually like stunned people and stuff. Like that was really cool.
There's no latency. Their netcode's so good too.
It really is really, really smooth. But it's always been smooth. There's also this, right? So this might look familiar to some of you League of Legends players. There will be like that mode where you have like the 3 lanes and it's all the kind of same objectives. So they're going to have that coming to Lost Ark as well. So League of Legends, Battle Royale. We've got
this game's so pretty. You see that dragon? That dragon looks badass, dude. What is this?
I don't know. But it's a mini game that's going to be in the game.
That's cool, I guess. It looks like the little sock boy from PlayStation, a little bit, but green.
And then they have this. It's just like a typing game.
Okay.
You get overwhelmed if you don't like type fast enough, I guess.
I'd be down for that.
Sure.
It's always fun.
Sure.
A couple times.
Whatever mini games they have here. This is like it's kind of like Bestiary, it looks like, from Pee-wee. And then the surfboard thing, a surfboard course.
Oh, yeah, surfboard. It's like Turtles.
Turtles in Time.
The Turtles game. Yeah.
And then this one I couldn't really tell. It kind of looked like, what's the thing called in WoW? Like the tower thing, the new one, the latest expansion. Where you like pick a
Torghast. Yeah, you pick a power and you keep climbing. Yeah, you're right. It does kind of look like Torghast, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Pick a power you want and then continue the battle. That's interesting. That's actually decently fun if implemented properly. Yeah. Was that battle mode? They had like a beast battle. They got tower defense,
and then they have balloons basically.
I actually love tower defense games. So that would be appealing to me.
All baked into the game. I don't know, like it must be like
it's insane like how much stuff they do. And it's like I keep telling people like wait till you get to the ship part. I was like the game's so awesome, like wait till you get to the ship part, because the ship part to me sucked. Like I hated it, right? But some people must like it. I don't know. It's in there. So Interesting.
So lots of stuff on the way.
So that's Lost Ark, man. Drops tomorrow. Do we know what time it drops? Is it midnight tonight, or are they going to do a noon release like they did last time?
I have no idea.
I'm Central, so I wonder. I'm going to look it up real quick. I'm Googling for those of you who take a drink.
Okay. I'll pull up this trailer while you do that. You put in the sketch.
It looks like it drops at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is 11 Central, 12 o'clock on the East Coast. So noon tomorrow for you East Coast guys.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So for the Lost Ark, Apex Legends dropped a new season Tuesday. I know that
a new person.
They dropped a new hero as they do every season.
Okay.
I got the new hero. I tried her out. She's pretty cool. She's all right.
What's her thing?
So she has a couple of different abilities. The first one is her I don't know what I call it, the Q, because that's what it is on the keyboard, the button on the keyboard. But her Q ability throws a drill on an object. So let's say that you and I were fighting. No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But there is a character with a jetpack. That's my favorite. But let's say that you're hiding behind a box, right? And I'm like trying to get you out of cover. You shoot her ability. They're demonstrating it now. It hits the side of the target, and then the opposite side of that target gets flames sent out of it to push you out of cover. So it forces people to move.
Endgame.
It's super good, man. It is super, super powerful. Her ultimate ability, she drops a what's the guy's name in Overwatch that has the big wheel? The rat dude, the Joker looking jester guy in Overwatch. He drops the big wheel and drives it around. Junkrat. Okay. Yeah, thanks. It's like Junkrat. So she drops this ball and it rolls, and as it rolls, it drops speed pads on the ground. If you run over those speed pads, it makes you haul serious ass. Like, so you can reposition or move really, really quickly with it. Then on top of that, when it hits, it detonates and hurts people. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It's like 20 damage or something. So not crazy, but her's ultimate's okay. Like it's probably got some really good in-game uses, like, for closing distances or pushing. But her Q ability to push people out of cover is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
I mean, there's times where it's got me killed easy because I'm like, I have to move. I'm dead either way. It's like, this is horrible. And then her passive, honestly, she runs faster with shotgun. So if you put your weapons away and run at full speed, if she has a shotgun, she runs at full speed with the shotgun out. So a little advantage there. So interesting. She's cool, man. They added a new game mode. It's a King of the Hill style game mode. There's 3 capture points on a map, and you stand on it with your team to take control of it. Once you have control of it, the other team has to come kill you and stand on the thing to take control of it, and you gain points from that. There's a shield respawn. It feels just like Halo. So your shield automatically regenerates after not taking damage for so long, which is super dope, and it's really fun in Apex. Your health does not, however, so you have to actually use med packs, which you have infinite of. You have infinite bullets, predefined loadouts on the weapons, so you can't go in there and just pick like your favorite gun every time, unless it's like a predefined loadout. So like it could be like a prowler and like a peacekeeper or something that are paired up together. So it's interesting, man. The game mode's fun. The new game mode is a blast. It feels very change of pace, and you can experiment with weapons and try stuff out. So I like it, man. I like everything about this season. I think this is probably one of the best ones they've had. It's been a good launch. It's been a smooth launch. No crashes, no craziness. So I've had a blast.
Good.
And the reason, well, I'll save it. I'll go into there. We'll talk about. Remind me why I'm playing so much Apex later on in the PChild Love segment.
Okay.
All right. Don't let me forget.
I'll try not to. Real quick in the world of Diablo, because this is big news.
Breaking news in D3.
Breaking news.
Okay, world first. Everybody listen, pay attention. We saved the best for last.
This is something we haven't seen a lot. But this guy, so he's in a rift, right? Something pretty unique happens. He runs into a pack of treasure goblins.
What is that? Was there a bunch of goblins?
Loot.
What is that?
It is 350 upvotes, and he says, "Is this normal?" 20 treasure goblins.
A treasure goblin pack? What is this?
Dude. That is.
I've never. That is so. I wish. God, that's amazing. That's so cool.
We mean, but these posts always make it to the top of Reddit somehow.
I'm gonna start posting those every season.
You should. It'd probably
just
be
the farm, just the
karma farming. There has to be a thing.
It's got to be.
That's it for D3.
That's it. All right, so we're gonna switch back. Have you played Halo before?
What is that game?
I don't know, but you remember like
the
back,
thing that used to be a
like if you're like 40-ish years old, you probably played on the original Xbox, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe playing tournaments or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. But if you've ever heard of Halo, there's a new TV show coming out. Did you see this trailer?
I have not seen this trailer. No.
Oh my god! You want me to shut up and let you watch it?
I mean, there's no audio, so.
Oh, you don't have
audio?
audio?
I'm worried to even like show this because the videos we've been showing, like the Amazon trailer for Wheel of Time, like that got the whole video. Not that they make any money, but they got the whole video flagged. So even though we weren't using the audio,
yeah,
whatever.
So yeah, I you should check it out. I'm excited for this, man. I think it looks decent-ish. Like, I don't honestly remember all of the Halo story. It's been super forever since I played the games. And I didn't really pay that much attention to the campaign anyways. But it looks like this could be cool. So
yeah, I don't know that I care about Halo story. It's just kind of like being a really good.
It's a cool sci-fi universe. This could be a really cool show.
Maybe.
Like I think that they could do some cool things here. So, but yeah, that's it. That's the thing. They showed this on one of the football games. It was like that big, reveal trailer that they hyped up, and so I was like, okay, dope. Miss Cortana, what up?
Booba.
And then in the world of TV shows,
we
can't spoil anything. I watched, the finale of Boba. Have you watched the finale of Boba?
No, I haven't watched.
Okay,
since you said it turned good.
I did. Have you seen the newer ones?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Yep. Go watch those, and then we'll talk.
A little busy right now with the video games in the world.
Yeah, I know, right? And then Moon Knight's coming out. This is the trailer for Moon Knight. It's interesting looking too. This looks cool. It looks darker. It doesn't look like it's Hawkeye, like WB style friendly kids show. So both of these come out March 24th for Halo, March 30th for Moon Knight. So within a week of each other. So we got like, a little under 2 months, and these shows are going to drop. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. I watched all of the Peacekeeper show on HBO. Have you heard of that one? Other than me talking about it?
Mm-mm.
It was phenomenal, man. Like Peacekeeper was it's the John Cena character from Suicide Squad. And it's like The Boys. It's honestly like The Boys. It's like dark humor.
Really? That's like, with the John Cena. Okay,
yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It was good, man. If you have time and you're trying to find something to watch, it was a little vulgar, which I think is hilarious, but it could turn some people off. So I mean, I could understand why somebody, just like The Boys, right? The Boys' humor is kind of dark and sometimes a little dirty, but it's funny. I mean, you should check it out. If you like The Boys, you'll like Peacekeeper, I feel. So then that's over. Like the final episode of that's, I think, tomorrow. So I'm excited for the new stuff to come.
I don't know anything about this. I like that actor a lot.
I don't know anything about Moon Knight either, but I like. I mean, it looks decent. It looks like it's going to be like a real Marvel show. Unlike Hawkeye was so disappointing to me. It was so stupid. It was like Eternals bad, and it's like, what do they do? Like, it's so weird because some of their stuff is so good and some of it's like, what is this? And like Marvel Peacekeeper is actually the first DC thing that's come out that I've been like, this is amazing. This is what they need to keep doing.
Okay.
So
I'll probably hate it.
Like I said, I think you'll like it, man, because we both like The Boys, and I think it's very similar to The Boys.
Okay.
So, what do you got for the hates, man? Let's get into some fluff hates. PChild loves.
God, I have one lined up.
If you can't think of it, I'll go into my story.
Yeah, go into your story.
Okay. All right. So check this out. So the reason I'm playing so much Apex Legends, is for the first time in 15 plus years,
you're going pro.
I got banned on World of Warcraft.
Wait, what?
I got suspended on World of Warcraft.
What did you do?
I am so pissed. All right. So AV weekend happened in Classic.
Okay.
And they like, I don't know if they double the honor, but it's an honor increase. And so I wanted to get my Feral Druid, my Druid geared up. I want to get a Feral PvP set. And so in Classic, like honor farming gear, it's tedious, man. It's a chore. It's not as easy as it is in retail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start farming some honor. And I go into AV and I come up with this strat where as soon as the game starts, I run into Drekthar's room. And if you remember AV, there's two spots. The north is the Alliance, the bottom side's Horde. I go into the Horde room stealth. I wait for Alliance to show up. When Alliance shows up, the tank pulls Drek. I pop out of stealth and cyclone him. Then Drek instantly loses aggro on the tank and goes and starts wrecking people, right? Brilliant strat. I'm not the first to ever do it, I'm sure. But for that time period where the Alliance have to come down, I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting there, right? So a lot of games we would either win before or the Alliance would come, I'd psych the tank and then get mauled and I'm dead and then the game's over. You know what I mean? So my thought is I'm not going to say that I was actively participating in every game. I was kind of like, just farming in Drekthar's room, AFK-ish. But I didn't bot. I didn't automate. I didn't break any hard rules. I never left my computer. I was always sitting here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so they banned me for AFK honor farming. And I'm like, I did farm up 70,000 honor, which is an insane amount. So I think I got false positive, like you cheated the system super hard. And then my appeal was an instant auto reply of like, you're fucked. Like you're living out the week. And so other people I know also had the same thing happen.
Is it permaban?
No, it's just 7 days. It's a 7-day ban, but I think the punishment's a little steep for the crime. Like I personally don't feel that what I did was even bannable, let alone 7 days worth. But you know, like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm completely innocent. Like, yeah, man, I wasn't participating 100%. I wasn't going in like, yo, we gotta win this game. All right, guys, you go get this fort and I'll get that one, and I'm gonna kill these. Like, I was like stealth in Drek'Thar's room for 95% of the match. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't think that's a weak, punishable crime. So
you had it coming. Sounds like.
I don't know, man. This seems like if you wanted to you want to play a certain way, you want us to do a certain thing, then don't design the dungeon the battleground that way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, I got a forced timeout, and I can tell you that when you can't play something, you want to play it even more.
Mm.
You know, like I missed raid this week. I didn't get my loot. This is the first raid I've missed in TBC ever. I didn't get my loot this week. And I've been walking around the house like, dude, I don't got nothing to do. Like normally I wouldn't play WoW probably anyways, but now I'm like, I can't play WoW. I got nothing to do. I'm bored. Like what am I gonna do? Can't play WoW. This is BS. So so yeah, that's it, man. That's my. So I've been playing the crap out of Halo or not Halo, Apex this week because I got suspended. I got a slap on the wrist,
dude. Breaking the law. If only Lost Ark was out as an ARPG gamer.
Well, I almost bought it to do it. I kind of wanted to resist the urge to spend the money just because.
$15, P.
Listen, it's not about like I got $15. It's
and
not
so you
about
don't think
having the money.
What would it be about? Because we know it's a good game. We know it's something that you would probably play casually or not casually. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to support it.
Maybe I want to spend that $15 on some kind of cosmetic for the character I get later on. I'm about supporting devs, okay. Man. I really am. I don't even play PoE, and I spent $60 on shit for them just to support them. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm just gonna see how it goes. I want to play it and be like, okay, I actually like this. This feels good. I think I'm kind of over the pre-purchase hype shit. I think honestly, what turned
it's not a guess for us though. That's what I
know. But I think what turns me off about it is it's pay for early access, and I think that's the thing. It's not about a supporter or a founders pack like PoE does it. Like you don't get early access to the PoE league because you bought a founders pack.
Well, they couldn't. You just get cool shit, like competitive shit that goes along with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like I don't know. I think I would have been honestly, and this is just a PChild thing. I think, but if they would have let it been free to play from day one, and the founders pack people just got the cosmetics and the extra juice, I think I would have been more inclined to be like, all right, here's my money. But the 3-day early thing turns me off a little bit for some reason. I feel like it's like paying for beta access too, like pre-order for beta access. Like, no, dude, like that's BS.
To me, I don't really give a shit because it's gonna be free to play. Yeah, if you want to pay a little money, you can play a little early. It's not like a race in Path of Exile where you're going to be able to kill bosses. Like, yeah, you're going to be able to kill bosses faster. But again, there's like that's not giving you some like crazy advantage. There's not some leaderboard you're going to climb to the top of because you played early. It's just, yeah, it's whatever to me. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, but I'm about supporting them. I don't want to say that it's like I don't want to support them. I'm just like, I don't want to support them to get the game 3 days early when I can get it for free. Then I'd rather support them when they do something I really want. Like, okay, the game's been fun. This skin for Berserker looks amazing. All right, here's my $20. Here's my $40. Whatever. Like I think I'm cool with that. PoE, I bought a bunch of tabs. I spent $60 on stash tabs, not because I really wanted $60 worth of tabs, but I was like, I like the game. I'm playing the game. Like this is what a game would cost me normally $60, so I'll buy $60 worth of tabs. I thought that I was being fair to them and doing it.
Okay.
So I'll probably do the same thing with Lost Ark too. I don't know, man, but the pay for beta access and the early playtime stuff is a super big turn off to me personally, because I think it's starting a trend that's gonna get worse and worse and worse. Like every game's gonna be like pay for early access on release now and shit, and I don't want that.
I feel like that's been a trend for like the last decade.
Yeah, it's worse though now. It's like every game now does that shit. Every game, it's like, oh man, why?
Okay.
Pay to play? I don't know. It's weird. So just me. But I'll be on it tomorrow. I'm going crazy. But yeah. Did you think of your hates? What do you hate? I hate getting banned for some dumb shit that, like, honestly, man, if I knew that was a bannable offense, I wouldn't even have done it. Like that's this thing that pisses me off. It's like, I didn't automate. I didn't like set up some kind of key automation to like not go AFK in the game. I didn't automate like queuing up. I didn't bot. I didn't like, there's so many rules that people break when they do that. And it's like, I was actually sitting at my keyboard, running them to the room and like doing shit. And it's like, I still got in trouble for it. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. Like, I'm not saying it was a little scumbaggy. I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, man, I was flexing the system in my favor, but a 7-day ban on a spotless account? Like, come on, dude. 15 years a sub? Makes me mad. I'm still salty. I'm still so salty right now.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Hates. I mean, I heard a story this week that just really, really bothered me. Like a friend of mine is, attractive female, and she's in like the serving industry, and just, like they hired like a new executive chef or something like that. And this guy, like, I can't believe people like this still exist. So he was like on the other side of the bar, and he like yelled over, like out loud, was like I'm gonna sleep with you while I work here, basically. Like, that's gonna happen. And then like kind of brush it off, and then she went to the bathroom, and he literally followed her into the bathroom to like try to make a move into the female bathroom, in the women's bathroom.
Yikes. That's like a crime.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
pretty sure.
Aggressive as shit. Like, I just can't believe like people like this.
Sexual harassment at worst, right?
Yeah.
Or at best, I mean, and then at worst, it's like illegal.
Crazy.
I would think.
The audacity.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yikes! I mean, he must have worked for Blizzard. I mean, I cannot.
Oh no! Oh no! Fluff said that, not me. Listen, still invite me to BlizzCon, okay?
You must have formerly worked for Blizzard, I should say.
Yeah, formerly.
Yeah,
There you
go. There you go.
Yeah, man, it's kind of nutty. It's kind of nutty. On a positive vibe, I'll switch it.
Okay.
I'll switch it up. I don't talk about my kids like a lot, but my son is a freshman, and he's balling out this season. He dropped like 26 points in the first half of his game yesterday, and it's like kids going nuts, man. So on my loves, it's pretty cool to see my kids be better. Like, he's better than I was. When like I play ball and I can see, like, I watch him play and I'm like, dude, he's gonna be so much better than I ever was. You know what I mean? It's really cool to see that. So
that's cool. I'm
proud of him, dude. So I don't know if we'll see it, but
okay.
That's it for my loves. Let's jump into some Twitter questions. Unless you have anything else.
No.
If you guys want to submit questions to the podcast, you can tweet at Lord__Fluffy or at ThaPChild. You can join our Discords. We have new meta sections set up in there. The first question comes from Kirei. Kirei says, anti-gambling laws still a thing. And then he linked the article. And basically the article said that Lost Ark is banned in Belgium and Netherlands because they have their anti-gambling laws. Do you agree or disagree with the anti-gambling stuff?
I mean, I guess as a country, they take a hard stance on that, and so they can't really like make exceptions. I think that, that sucks for people that really like want to play the game. But whatever.
Yeah. I really dislike loot boxes.
Yeah,
I think it's really stupid to spend money to have a chance to get something you want. It's gambling. It's 100% gambling. It's total bullshit. I'm totally fine with spending money to get the thing you want. Just set the price where you want. Like, Fortnite has a skin that costs $20. It's stupid. Like, it's crazy to spend $20 on a cosmetic skin in Fortnite to me personally. My son does it all the time. Like, he spends his allowance and he'll work for money to buy Fortnite skins. It's his money. That's fine. But to do it in a loot box is predatory, I feel like, in games, especially games that kids play. I don't know how many kids are going to play Lost Ark. I don't think very many kids play PoE. But PoE doesn't have loot boxes. You just buy what you want in PoE. You buy your Founders Pack, you know what you get. It's not like, we'll give you 10 boxes and maybe they'll have this cool Dragon Wing set. It's like, no, you just get the Dragon Wing set. I think loot boxes should be banned, personally. Other than that, I'm okay with everything else. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't think it's illegal. So
yeah, I mean, I think for us, maybe it's a lesser deal because we're both like intelligent enough, or just not that addictive in that regard, not addicted to gambling, or just kind of smart with our money and stuff. I don't know. So it's not really a temptation for people like us. Though. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My daughter wasted $50 and I let her do it. I explained to her what was going to happen. I let her do it in a game. She was playing a game on Roblox and they had loot boxes in there. And she's like, this loot box has a chance to contain this item that I want. And I was like, yeah, but the chance is literally probably 1%. I'm like, so if you spend this money, you're probably not going to get it. And then what? How are you going to feel? And I sat and I had this whole conversation. And ultimately, I let her do it because I wanted to teach her at a young age that this is what's going to happen. You're going to throw your money away. And so I let her spend $50 on it. She spent her $50, did not get what she wanted. Of course, she got all garbage. And then afterwards, she felt like crap. But it taught her a lesson and she'll never do it again. Like she understands now that, okay, I get it. This is a gimmick to steal my money. Like she totally gets it at this point. So, I mean, it was a $50 lesson, but you know, but it just goes to show though, like if I wasn't a gamer and I was just a random, you know, ungamer friendly parent, and I would just let my kid like, hey, I want to spend $50 in this game. Okay, sure, whatever, you know, then they would. It's a loophole. It definitely, kids aren't mature enough to understand what's going on. I don't feel, at least not at my daughter is 11, right? So a 10, 11-year-old, I don't think they're mature enough yet to be responsible with loot boxes, to be able to handle loot boxes.
I'm with you.
Does PoE have loot boxes?
They do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't dug through their store deep enough. What do they have in the loot boxes?
So they have, you know, like loot boxes that contain cosmetics, and the thing with those, right? So like you only be able to get this like certain armor set that's cosmetic through the loot boxes by like getting lucky and getting all the pieces, right? And so you could spend quite a bit of money doing that.
That's horrible.
But that being said, a few months later, those items become available in the shop.
Okay.
So
Overwatch is notoriously probably one of the worst games I can think of for loot boxes. Overwatch's whole, like, man, they like coined loot boxes, in my opinion. That was the first game that I think did it in a way that just really worked. Like they knew how to work people. They would put dope ass skins in the loot boxes and try to get people to buy them. And I personally know people that when the new cosmetic stuff would come out, they'd drop $60 to $100 to make sure they got all the skins and stuff in Overwatch loot boxes. And I was like, this is crazy. It's you know, they're like, so I don't know, man. It clearly works for game developers. I hate it though. I'm okay with selling everything you want to sell, but just don't make it random. Take the random out of it.
Yeah.
You know? Raise the prices up. You know, I don't know how to fix it, but I think it's bad, especially for kids. Like I hated watching my daughter spend that. Like every part of me was like, please don't do this. Like, please make the right decision. But she's, you know, I had to let her do it.
Sure.
So. And I'm glad she didn't get what she wanted, because think if she would have.
Yeah,
think if she would have spent, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I'm like, oh. But I was like, please don't get it. Please don't get it. Please don't get it. And then she never got it. And I was like, thank you. Now she understands. Now she knows.
Yeah.
You know? So. The second question comes from Akers. He says, do you guys have any habits you just can't get rid of? Playing World of Warcraft?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have some bad habits for sure.
Okay.
I do this thing that's so neurotic. Like sometimes I'll just be like sitting here and I'm like, you know, putting my hand through my beard, but if I like find one hair that's like really long, like it has to be the same length, or I have to like rip it out. I don't even like realize I'm doing it. And there's been at least like 4 times in my life where I've like done that, didn't know I was doing it, and then like had a bald spot and like had to shave my beard. Yeah. I leave the dishwasher open all the time. All the fucking time.
Really?
Yeah. It's a problem.
I leave lights on according to my wife.
Okay.
Like I'll leave every light on in the house, and she's like light Nazi. She always turns them all off, and it drives me crazy that she turns them off, and it drives her crazy I turn them on. I don't like to walk around my house with it being dark. It's not like I'm scared of the dark. I'm like, why do we have to have every room dark? What's it matter? It's like, we're gonna spend like an extra $2 on an electric bill this month. Like, it's not a big deal, you know. So
Waster.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I'm sure she could probably name a whole bunch of habits that I have that she
get her on.
would like me to get rid of. But no, I don't know. I can't. I mean, obviously, video games, man. Like they suck me in. I can't stop playing games. Hex says, "What do you think is the best fictional universe, games or movies?"
Games.
No. I think he's asking for one. He's saying like you can include games or movies.
Best universe?
Like you just I honestly feel like Destiny is so damn cool. Like they've made such a cool thing there that they just don't get right. But they could make movies, they can make TV shows, they could make games, spin-offs, like it's like Star Wars level cool.
No.
I do, man. I think it's awesome.
I gotta go with Diablo.
Diablo is just like dark and like, you know, it's just like a dark medieval style thing.
Yeah, but it's like the OG.
Yeah, I get that Diablo's cool, but I don't know, man. Like I think there's so much more potential, and maybe it's just because I'm a super big sci-fi nerd too. Like I think I gravitate towards the sci-fi shit personally.
Okay.
I think the Mass Effect universe was really damn cool too.
Destiny was better than like the Halo story?
I think Destiny's universe is better than Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff. Like I think it's from a sci-fi perspective.
But there's no
I think
Jedis.
It's cool. Yeah, Jedi are badass. Destiny, but Guardians are cool, man. They really do have a cool fantasy going with the whole light and darkness and Guardians and shit. Like I think that they have some cool stuff. They just haven't nailed the game, man. Like they gotta. I don't know. They lost me.
Yeah,
but they got a new expansion coming out soon. I don't know. I'm not as hype as I used to always be all about it, but I don't even know if I'm gonna buy this one, which is weird to me. It feels weird, man. That'd be like saying like I'm not gonna buy Diablo 4 or something. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of feel.
Wow.
It's like
not sucks. Buying a Founders Pack for Lost Ark. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I can get 3 days early access. That's it. Yeah.
And you get stuff that you would use.
I don't care about the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Though. Like I can double jump in my mount.
We could have played together this whole time. I'm saying.
Could have. Except for I've been working like a madman. But yeah. Actually, I have to work at my job, Fluff.
Shut up. So show-wise, I think we're gonna agree on this one, maybe. But like the boys, you know, like superheroes
a universe
exist, but you know they're real people. They're not like bullshit. You know.
Yeah. It would suck to live in that universe, though, unless you're a hero.
Right. But you could just take the stuff, right? You know, like roll the dice.
Yeah, take the juice. Yeah. Right. Season 3's in the works, man. Soon, I hope.
I'm ready.
Coda says, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Do you even know? Hold on, stop. Before you answer that, I'm going to ask you, do you even know who's playing in the Super Bowl?
No clue.
You're such
Zero fucking clue, dude.
All right, so
you know how much better my life is that I don't know that.
The LA Rams are playing the Cincinnati Bengals.
I thought St. Louis Rams.
It used to be. They left us. Let's not go there. Don't.
Oh, okay.
You knew that. You're just trying to throw it in my face.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I thought they went there and then they came back or something.
They came from LA to St. Louis and then they screwed us and went back to LA. So yeah, they just gave us a 20-year stint. Yeah, the Rams are going to win, of course. So
yeah.
I don't know who I want to win, though. Low C says, I thought that Super Bowl question was great, though, because I knew that you wouldn't know who was actually playing in the Super Bowl. So that's why I was like, this is a great question. I'm glad I asked this.
I don't even know like who the Chiefs lost to. No fucking idea.
Chiefs had the best football game I've seen in like 20-something years.
I heard that
3 weeks ago.
No idea what happened.
It was absolutely phenomenal. Oh, my God. Low C says, do you sleep with the door open or closed? I'm assuming he means bedroom door. And I'm going
front door wide open.
Yeah, front door's open. Bathroom door is open. Garage door's open.
Yeah, I mean I live alone, so mine's open.
Is it? I used to sleep with it closed until I got my cat used to get super annoying in the middle of the night and start pawing at the door, and it wouldn't meow, it wouldn't make noises, but it was like this scraping like paw sound. It wasn't like a terrifying sound, it was just an annoying sound on the door, and it like wouldn't stop. It would, the cat would do it for like an hour until I got up and let it in. And so eventually the cat broke me and I just stopped. So now I don't close the door all the way, I crack it and she'll walk in between like just a little opening.
Yeah. Herbert would also kill me if I shut the door. So
I was like, eventually she'll stop, right? And I tried to just like ignore it, you know, and I'd yell at her to go away, and she just was relentless, man.
Cats are persistent.
Yeah, that's the truth. The last question that we have today comes from Hunter Rose. Hunter says, you must get a company's tattoo. You must get a company's logo tattooed on your body. What logo do you pick?
I guess like one of the companies that I helped start up, I guess.
Is that what you go with?
Yeah. I mean, it's a memorable period of my life. Sure.
I mean, I don't know, honestly. It's like, okay, well,
you get a Blizzard.
Blizzard tattoo. Yeah. I mean, could we get, oh man, I wouldn't even do that either though. Like get a Diablo tattoo, but I think that's kind of dorky if I'm being honest. Like that's hardcore, dude. That's like, I see people get Destiny tattoos and Diablo tattoos
on the Diablo Reddit. Someone's getting
a Diablo tattoo. It's like, that's cool, but like that's forever, man. Like, I don't know. Who's got the coolest logo?
No idea.
Get a Jordan brand on the back of my head. How cool would that be?
So cool.
That'd be so cool.
Is that a thing that someone has done? Is that
I'm sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure people have gotten Jordan
memeing on some sports guy or something.
Maybe okay. Maybe I could get a Kobe. He had like his own little emblem for his shoes, right? Maybe I'll get a Kobe thing. I'm a big Kobe fan. So
okay.
Little Kobe emblem on my ankle or something. I don't know. Depends on where we're getting it too, right? What if it had to be on your face?
Yeah. Wow. The logo from my old company is a flower, so great.
Right. That's it, man. That is all the questions we had for this week's pod. Thanks for tuning in.
Easy.
Thanks for listening.
Big week in games.
Yeah.
When you
guys wake up tomorrow, if you haven't already, you can pre-load Lost Ark on Steam. Pre-download. Don't wait till it was relatively large, if I remember correctly. I want to say it was in the 50 to 60 gig range.
70, I think.
Was it 70? Yeah, I know that I actually had to remove a game to make space.
Did you remove WoW? You're banned, so.
Listen, that's low, dude. That hurts still, man. It hurts, dude. It hurts. Man. I've never been banned like in 15 years. It's crazy, right? And it's like of all the things, like, dude, I mean, I'm sure I've said stuff to people that should have got me banned, you know? Like I've, you know, done my fair share of bad things in the game, but for freaking going to AV and sitting in Drex room, what a joke. So
I don't know. You can come be my paladin tomorrow?
I don't know, man. Maybe. Might be something.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to have to level up. So
yep.
We need it. We're going to have to test servers and see if I can group up with the other one too, because that sucks. I mean, that my community split. I hate that about the launch, dude. I really do. It sucks to have your friends scattered and not be able to play with them. So I really hope we can all group up regardless. Just because we're NA.
I mean, I'm just going on. This is what Bloodshed said, is that we could play on the same region. Because he had a lot of people in his community like weren't able to get on Una. He's on Una as well.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, I'll probably roll on Una. I mean, if nothing else, I'll just make 2 characters. I'll make one on Una and I'll send another one to the other servers. So, you know, to play
to that campaign twice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it for an alt anyways, right?
Well,
so unless because I didn't pay for boosting.
I think there's gonna be something on the shop for that. I would 100% do that because I'm not playing through a campaign ever again after this character.
You're Mr. Anti-campaign though, so
I'm not really because I don't have a problem with Pee-wee's campaign. I actually enjoy it every
That's
league.
the only game though.
Yeah. True.
So, right? I don't know. It's just think because you're like a PoE shill, if we're being honest.
I mean, I kind of am. It's not wrong.
All right. I will catch you guys next week for episode 173.
173. Wow.
See you guys in Lost Ark on Una.
Hell yeah.